can give us
like what are the aspects I'm gonna talk, right? So once again, a very great good evening to you all, my dear friends, and I'm very happy that you all have made it up today because you all have the eager to learn. You all are like so excited to know like how this condition is affecting people and how can we help others, right? So I hope you are all ready. As Shingsha said, yes, a pen and a paper or a digital, whatever it is, be ready so that you will. Today we're going to talk about two amazing products. One is Dia Shield and the other one is Super Magnesium. So before I could get into the products in detail, I would like to enlighten about, or I would like to talk about a most prevalent condition, that is diabetes. So Shingsha, can you share the screen for me, please? Yeah. So before he could share the screen, yes, could you tell me like what is diabetes all about? What is diabetes? What is diabetes? Yes, you can put it in the chat box, or you can, unmute and speak. Let's have a conversation, no? Let's not make it a boring class. Yes. What is diabetes? You are all aware. Am I audible in the first place? Yes, Shingsha?
yes, ma'am, you're good to go. Loud and clear.
Okay. So what is diabetes? What is diabetes all about? What do you think is this condition? Okay, Coach Dev sir says it is excess of blood sugar. Yes. Our body on war with sugar. Yes. Abnormal sugar in the blood. Okay. Perfect. So diabetes is a condition. It's a lifestyle condition. Absolutely, it's a lifestyle condition. It is our choice what we have made in. Yes, and increase in glucose level. That it is something related to insulin, obviously. Okay, right. Now, diabetes, as you all have said, it is elevated blood sugar level. Now, there is more of sugar in the blood. Now, my question to you all is, if there is sugar, what is the problem? We all love, sweets. We all say sweet memories. Whenever there is a celebration, we all eat a lot of sweets. Yes, Surat sir, hi. After a long time, high blood sugar. Okay. Now we all, when it is celebration, we eat sweets. We love eating chocolates and sweet memories. We say, what is the problem if the blood is sweeter? When there is more glucose, it's nice, no? You're gonna be a sweet person. Your words are gonna be sweet. Yes. Okay. Shingsha says that the cells don't function properly. Okay. Anything else? What is the impact of having sugar in the blood? What is the problem? First of all, to go for the solution, we need to understand what is the problem, right? So, what is the problem if there is more of sugar in the blood? Why is WHO taking so many measures about the creating awareness about diabetes? Why do we have diabetologists? Now, earlier when there is medicine, there were general physicians, cardiologists. Okay, now there are specialization in medicine itself. There are doctors who are working just to manage diabetes, diabetologists, right? Okay, so excess of sugar, Coach Dev says there is glaucoma, knee joint problem, cancer, and yes, okay, and even the tooth cavity will also happen. Exactly. So as he has said, my dear friends, having blood being sweeter or having high glucose is just not, it is just not stopping there. It has a major impact on the body. As he have said, your eyes get affected, your knees joint problem increases, and if your body has got more glucose or more sugar, what happens is your body becomes more acidic. It becomes more acidic. And when it is more acidic, your chances of getting cancer are also on a higher, it's on a higher rate. Apart from that, your kidneys get affected. Your healing becomes slower. So these are all the impact of, having diabetes and the side effects of diabetes. Now, apart from that, also when it is only diabetes which is discussed, mainly people focus on cardiac health. That is on the heart health. That is, if you have elevated blood sugar levels, the fat metabolism doesn't happen, so heart might get affected, or the heart functioning, or the blood pressure gets affected. Absolutely, that is right. But there is another very important organ on which the high blood sugar impact is there. Can you guess which organ is that? We are 100 members now, along with me and Shingsha. So what is the organ that gets, of course, liver also gets affected. Yes, liver, kidney, any other organ, a very important organ. In fact, yes, eyes, of course, eyes. It is like, no, ears don't get affected with diabetes. Any other very important organ. Without that organ, you and me cannot function. Of course, all the organs are important, but this is even more important. It's the brain. Yes, Naseef sir said brain. Very important organ, brain. Yes, brain functionality gets affected if you have elevated sugar levels. Yes, even for kids today, there are many studies that have published that cut down on their intake of chips, chocolates, biscuits, which are like simple sugars. Don't give them, table sugar in the milk or whatever food you give. Cut down on the white sugar. Cut down on the processed foods. That's what the World Health Organization, the National Institute of Nutrition, and all the high panel nutritionists today, they say that cut down on your sugar level because your brain functionality gets affected if you are high on sugar. Yes, and high sugar is associated, if your diet has got higher sugar, what happens is the chances of you being prone to dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and this is all on a higher rate. Like you're closer to it, right? You can say, my grandparents, great grandparents, they never had it. It is not in my genes. I will not get it. No. It's thanks to our lifestyle. Thanks to, yes, ADHD. Most of the kids today are hyper and they are like, when we were kids, we didn't even hear the word what is ADHD. None of us even know. ADHD were just alphabets then. Yes or no? Today it is a condition, attention deficit hyperactive syndrome. Now say we are 102. Nothing else. Can you please mute? Shingsha, can you just mute them, please? Yeah. So now when we say we are 100 people now, and can you all guarantee that all attention and focus they are listening to the session? Absolutely not, right? Including me and my host, all of us have something else running in the mind. Some people might be thinking, okay, after this session, I have to take the notes and I have to target the customers whom I should give the product. Shingsha must be thinking, what is the next line? How do I introduce this? How do I take it further? Yes, I might be thinking, what else should I talk about the product? And you might be multitasking something else at the home and you might be eating your dinner along, or people who have switched off their cameras might be even in their sweet dreams and listening to the session. We don't know. So we are not able to focus. Our attention span has got reduced it has become very less. We need everything which is overstimulating, like the social media, Instagram reels. More than 2 seconds, we cannot watch anything. We have to keep flipping it, right? So all these conditions are because of excess sugar. And diabetes, we are now 15th August is celebrated as an Independence Day, right? Right? We have got independence now. Which Independence Day is this we are celebrating now? Any guesses? Okay, by end of the session, you can answer me the question, okay? Don't use Chat GPT, don't use Google. Think and let me know, right? So now we are in the month of Independence Day. But do you think diabetes is a condition in which there is no independence for health? As he said, your condition wherein you wake up in the morning tired, I have no energy, right? I'm always on my, whether I go out, whether when I travel, whether I go with my wallet or phone, I should carry my tablets. Yes, frequent urination, polydipsia, that is, you always feel like consuming water. No loss of appetite or over appetite, your organs functioning very slowly, right? All this is there. Your entire body, whatever the God has gifted, it becomes like one, what to say, ready to sell on OLX. The functionality, productivity just goes off. You have this sugar spikes wherein your energy just crashes down and you feel giddy, and so many other conditions. And most importantly, you don't enjoy the quality of life. Although you have years in your life, but there is no quality. You won't be able to enjoy anything, right? So in this condition, there is to work on this. And do you know what is the prevalence rate of diabetes right now worldwide? It is more dangerous pandemic which is going around. And if as per the WHO 2023 information, the diabetes is been starting, the age in which it is getting affected, that is type 2 diabetes, which I'm talking today, is from the age of 20. Imagine a 20-year-old being diabetic. Touch wood, my grandparents and great-grandparents were also not diabetic, including my parents now. But now imagine an adolescent who is, a teenager, I think you can term them in teenage only, 20 years, late teens being diabetic. And today almost every three people in a one individual is being diabetic today, right? Every three. That is, if we are 112, among every three, there is one individual who is being diabetic. And unfortunately, many people are like undiagnosed. They are diabetic, but they don't know that they are diabetic. So diabetes is a silent killer, and it is more even dangerous than heart attack or cardiac arrest or whatever you term it, right? And today, over 537 million population worldwide are being diabetic. So you can understand the burden of the condition. Now, as it is said that, you can change the slide, Sinsha. Yeah. So as it is said in diabetes, what happens is we have two types of diabetes. One is type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is like you're born diabetic. You are juvenile diabetic. From the moment you're born, your pancreas are not working. There is no insulin secretion. Now, insulin is a hormone which works on the blood sugar level to transport the glucose to all the organs, right? To transport the glucose to all the organs. Now, this insulin is not available from the time the baby is born. So that it is called as the type 1 diabetes. Now, type 2 diabetes is because of the lifestyle. And the fact today is the type 1 diabetes is almost rare today. Probably if there are 100 people, hardly there will be 5 or 6 people who are type 1 diabetic. Whereas type 2 diabetes, every other individual will be like, hey, I am diabetic, I am diabetic, I am diabetic. So the prevalence rate is very high. And the reason is, as I think Dev sir have told, it is a lifestyle condition. Whatever you eat, the way you start your day to the way when you end your day, your lifestyle, your habits your choices are the reason why diabetes burden is just increasing. And India is racing very fast to be a capital of diabetes. Is it a good news? Is it a good news? Not at all. So today we are going to get, now from Britishers, we got independence with the help of great freedom fighters, right? In the same way, Dia Shield is going to fight with diabetes. It is going to make an impact on diabetes so that we get freedom from that burden, right? Freedom from that disease burden. Let's see the freedom. What is this freedom all about? So the name says Dia Shield. Dia means what? Diabetes. Shield means it is gonna protect you. Okay. Just give me a moment. Yeah. Just a second.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So in the meantime, while ma'am comes back, I would like to request everyone, if you have any questions, keep it noted down. At the end, we're going to have question and answer session. We'll try to answer each and every of your questions at the end of the session. Ma'am, once again, back to you.
Yeah, I'm back. Thank you. So, what was I telling? So, this Dia Shield, it is going to fight against diabetes. It is going to help you to come out of the condition. That is the first point. And number two is, it is also going to protect you so that you won't be diabetic. So, people who are on borderline diabetes or who are pre-diabetic can also start consuming this product. Now, before I talk about our supplement Dia Shield, I would like to ask you all, if you're diabetic, say for example, if you or your family, any member is diabetic, when you go to the doctor, what does the doctor recommend you? When you're on when you say that family, so XYZ person is being affected with diabetes, what do doctor recommend? In generally, what do doctor recommend? They do give you medicines, right? They do give you medicines, yes or no? Right. So especially when it is diabetes, it is mostly the insulin which is being recommended as a medicine, right? It is mostly the insulin. Now, why insulin? Because the concept is, when there is high blood sugar and there is deficiency of insulin, this insulin will act on the blood glucose so that the glucose is metabolized or utilized in the body, right? This is the concept. But today in our scenario, most of the people who are diabetic are insulin resistant. What are they? The terminology is insulin resistant. Are you all with me? Yes? Yeah. Is it boring or is it nice, informative? You can be genuine. Don't lie. Right. I am not getting any response, no reaction, nothing. So how do I take it? Anyways, so today the condition is it is insulin resistance, right? Insulin resistance. So resistance means you have insulin with you. You have insulin with you, but the insulin is like, no, I'm not gonna act. I'm not gonna act on the blood sugar. Me and the blood sugar has got a breakup. We are not gonna talk to each other. And what is the doctor doing? What is the doctor doing? The doctor is giving additional insulin. And the blood sugar is like, no, 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 no. I am not gonna go with insulin. I have a recent breakup. He did not buy me iPhone 16, 17, whatever Pro is in the market. I had a very bad breakup with the insulin. I am not gonna get along. And you're going on adding this insulin. No point, because insulin is not ready to act. It is insulin's resistant we are in. We are not, we are having insulin. Our poor little pancreas is working. It is ready to take the load of whatever burger or pizza or whatever biryani you have loaded with carbohydrates. It is ready to take the load. And also a myth I would like to tell here. Everybody says, I cannot be diabetic because I don't eat sweets. My dear friends, let me be very clear. The idli you eat, the rice you eat, the chapati you eat, the dosa you eat, everything at the end of the day is sugar. Everything at the end of the day is glucose. Whatever carbohydrates you take in, it is glucose, right? And this load is so high that the insulin is like, it is there in the body, but I don't want to work on it. Now, what happens? All this excess glucose, insulin, everything together, it gets stored in the body in the name of fat. And that is the reason why we are all chubby today, right? When we were in kindergarten, we used to learn a nursery rhyme: chubby cheeks, dimple chin, rosy lips, right? But this is no more cute now. Obesity is becoming, it is a city which is common everywhere now. When you go to Zudio or a Reliance or a Max, wherever you want to pick up dress, you don't find extra small and small. Everything is double XL, triple XL, and even you have plus size also. Correct. So the fat is getting increased in the body. The excess glucose is getting stored inside the body in the form of fat. And you're becoming obese and you're putting the burden on heart. Correct. So since I have said the word heart here, we have an amazing offer going on in the company by Futureverse. We have Cardia Mobile, a very wonderful portable ECG machine, which you can check your heartbeat, how it is, how well is your heart functioning, and absolute discount is happening. So I think you should, it's your heart, your priority, you need to take care of it. As it is, we are overloading our with carbohydrates. So back to insulin, whatever medication the traditional doctors are giving, I'm not telling any doctor is bad here. I'm not against doctors. I have very high, high regards for them. But I'm very sorry to say the medication and the mode in which today treatment is going is of no point. Because we have insulin. The insulin is absolutely resistant. So we have to break this resistance here. We have to make insulin and blood sugar love so that the insulin utilizes the blood sugar and transports to all the body parts. And that is what our herbs in the Dia Shield are gonna do. So I hope everybody is clear with the concept on how the ingredients of Dia Shield are gonna work, right? So Esmero Dia Shield is a clinically proven, completely safe sugar supplement, which is gonna control your sugar levels. Now, the moment I have said clinically proven, because the herbs here have got literature. Now we have a wonderful tool called Voho, which is loaded with information. If you have time and there are customers here, they are distributor affiliates also. Affiliates, you have your virtual office login. Go inside knowledge sharing. We have everyday articles coming up. We have Sajeev sir, who is working day in, day out, burning the midnight lamp and giving ultimate information on different products. See, one product, you'll be amazed that it is useful for different, in various ways you can use one supplement. It is just not Dia Shield means it is just not about sugar metabolism, right? So next slide. Now these are the wonderful ingredients here. We have Gurmar. Gurmar is also known as sugar destroyer. What does Gurmar do? It is gonna metabolize your blood sugar levels. It will not allow the blood sugar gets absorbed into the cells. It will remove the excess blood sugar from the body, right? We have Karela. Now, Karela is a bitter gourd, which everybody know that it has a property to fight against blood sugar level. It helps in metabolization of blood sugar. We have fenugreek, we have cinnamon extract, we have vitamin E. Why vitamin E? Because we all know that vitamin E is a rich antioxidant. So it is going to prevent the oxidative stress, what is happening in the body because of excess of sugar. Chromium is a very good mineral which will help in absorption of blood sugar. No, it's okay. You can change to the next slide. So these are the powerful ingredients which are there. And whatever I have told is just in one slide. You all can take a screenshot. If somebody asks, hey bro, you have DiaShield, how does it work? Just give this screenshot, and they will understand what it is. So it lowers your blood sugar level. It reduces the sugar absorption into the body. It improves the function of insulin. It will ensure the resistance is broken, right? If somebody is stubborn that, no, I'm not going to do it, making them do is important. No, instead of getting another, overloading that person with another task, you have to ensure that the person does it. That is what it will make sure that the resistance is broken here. And the best part of this particular product is the ingredients here prevent the complication of diabetes. Now, when I ask what is the impact of diabetes, it is just not elevated sugar levels. It is not that you're carrying a mitai dukan in the body. No. Apart from that, your eyes are getting affected. Today morning I had a call from Tripura. One of the affiliate asked me, so one person who is highly diabetic, he had to ampute his leg or the thumb, whatever he said that, right? So there are severe other complications. Now, glaucoma is one, your eyes get affected, right? Heart functioning gets affected. And most importantly, the brain, whatever forgetfulness, we know that 9 o'clock is the training, right? But still we need to give reminders. The room is open, we have training, we have meeting. We don't remember things. Yes, your passwords, you don't remember. You have to save it somewhere so that you can cut, copy, paste it every time. You don't remember your friend's telephone. You don't remember if I ask somebody, what is this person's number? No, I don't know. I have to check. I have to rely on my phone or a technology. Our capacity to remember things, store things, only your phone storage is getting increased. This storage is declining day by day. I don't know if whether we are noticing it or not, right? Earlier, we used to remember everybody's phone numbers by heart, at least, to a generation. Today, everything is chat GPT or it is Google. Nothing is on our own. And it is everything technology. It's good to have the technology, but we have to use this also, no? Brain is like muscle. The more you use, the better it is. If not, it gets rusted. I'm very sorry to say. So these are the key benefits of having DiaShield. Yeah, over to the next slide. So this is natural. You would have read the ingredients. Karela is nothing artificial. It is all natural. Cinnamon is natural. You have it in the kitchen. It's a spice in the kitchen. Methi, every day we use in cooking. So everything is natural, which has been put into a tab box so that you can consume it, right? 100% safe and no side effects. My dear friends, whoever is on traditional diabetes medication, take it in writing. Their liver and their kidneys are at threat. Tomorrow they have to take treatment for that also because it has adverse effects. And even the diabetologists themselves say that. Yes. So to protect them, you can have safe supplements. Yes. And now the biggest question is, how do I know I'm diabetic? We have various tests. You can do fasting blood glucose level. You can do random blood glucose level. The best and the accurate test is HbA1c. HbA1c is the that particular test is very good. It will give you an average of 3 months glucose levels of the blood, right? And that is the right and the most accurate way to evaluate diabetes. So get your HbA1c done at least once in 6 months. Very important. And if you are in the stage of pre-diabetic, you can take one before your food. If you are moderately diabetic, you can go. And if you're heavily diabetic, you can even go up to 3 tablets. No harm at all. Yes. Next slide, Singsha. Yeah, you can move. So this is about DiaShield, correct? Now you must be wondering why Sushita ma'am has combined DiaShield with super magnesium. What is the connection? Like what will diabetes has to do with super magnesium? I think we have already had a session on magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral which is most underrated. People don't even consider on it. When you say, did you get your blood test done? When I asked to my clients, they will, yes, ma'am, I have tested my iron levels, I have checked on my calcium. Recently, there is more light on vitamin D. This is what people are getting actually evaluated. But to be very frank and very important mineral that is magnesium. It is mostly underrated. People don't even think about it, but it's actually a superhero. It is like, it is responsible for more than 300 enzyme activities in our body. So you can imagine it is like an operation head of an of a organization. All the functions it takes care. Yes. Next slide, Shingsha. So the most important is the enzyme function. Now we know that we have small chemicals in our body which are called the enzymes. And for any reaction to happen, these enzymes are very important. Like for example, if you have lights, AC, everything at home, right? Fan and everything, this laptop, everything is there. Now for that to get charged or for the lights to glow or fan, you need electricity, no? Very important. Similarly is magnesium for any reaction to happen, right? It is like the electricity. It will initiate or it will support your support your mechanisms to happen, right? So even for your energy production, now we all know that when we eat a laddu, right? Laddu is not going to get absorbed just like that. It is going to become into glucose. Now from this glucose, you get energy. Yes or no? Now to get that energy, we call it as ATP. What do we call energy currency in technical words? We call it as not ATM, ATP. That is the energy currency. Now for this ATP to be generated, we need magnesium. For proteins to be manufactured in the body, we need magnesium. For muscle function, muscles contract and relax. Correct. For that, magnesium is very important. Yes, next slide. For your muscles to be in a proper tone also, you need magnesium. Now, there will be many people who complain, ma'am, I go to gym regularly, okay? I do good workout. My trainer also give me hardcore workout, but my muscles are not getting toned. I say, go check your magnesium levels. Very important for the muscles to be in tone, right? Your bone health. Now, when it comes to bone health, what is the mineral we all think is very important? Calcium. Obviously, calcium. No, calcium. We keep telling calcium. But this calcium to get absorbed into the body, we require magnesium. We don't even think, most of us don't even know something called magnesium even exists. Yes or no? We don't even know about it, right? So for bone strength and density, magnesium is very important. If you have crossed your 30s and if you are a woman, kindly take magnesium supplementation. Very important, so that if you have any fall or something, your bones won't be prone to fracture. Because after the age of 30 to 35, women are very easily prone to fractures. It is not that men are not, but the incidence in women is higher because the decalcification of bones happens faster, right? Next slide. Next slide, Shingsha. Heart. We all know that our heart has got one rhythm, no? Can you say what is the rhythm of the heart? What sound does it make? Hello, all of you have your heart with you or you've given it to somebody? Shingsha is smiling. I don't know to whom did he give his heart. Loved up. Yes, Anu has told that heartbeat is loved up, and it has got one rhythm. It just can't go like your bones music or something else. It has got one rhythm and it has to go in that rhythm. And if there is a disturbance in that rhythm, that means there is a serious problem with your heart. Correct? And for that rhythm to be maintained, magnesium is very important. And to manage blood sugar level, blood pressure levels, because the relaxation of the blood vessel, it happens only with the help of magnesium. If magnesium is not there, the pressure in the blood will be very high and you will be prone to chronic hypertension, right? So to manage BP, if somebody says, I have BP, I'm getting angry, you'll be like, calm down, bro, take magnesium. Your blood vessels will be relaxed, correct? And for nervous system functioning, now, we all know that we have network inside, no, in our body from the brain. Every connectivity happens through nerves. Yes or no? The impulses transfer in our body with the help of nerves only. Correct? The messages goes. Now, I am talking. My brain only gives me the message through with the help of the nerves. Like, okay, Sushita, communicate now. If those nerves don't work, it is like a traffic jam. Now, I'll open Dia Shield and I'll be talking about Mega Man. Yes or no? If I don't have the clarity or if my nervous system is not in place. For that to be in place, magnesium is very, very important. Correct? Can you go back to the slide once? Yeah. And also for your mood stability. Now, people, most of the time we see WhatsApp status. Now, I have a bad mood. I'm depressed. Today, depression rate is increasing drastically. And depression is something, if you have a headache, you can tell people I have headache and people will understand. Okay. If you have stomach ache, you can say I have stomach ache. If you say you're depressed, they'll be like, what is wrong with you? You're smiling, you're talking, you're doing everything. You cannot be depressed. I mean, people don't even know the word depressed, right? They won't even accept. And the worst part is the family members don't accept. Forget about neighbors and friends and other people. Your family members be like, you're lazy. You're just lazy. You don't want to get up out of the couch. So you're saying you're depressed. No. My dear friends, today depression is a very major threat. And most of the youngsters especially are going through that. It is not, it is housewives who undergo that. Yes. And this depression is to an extent, the suicidal rate is very, very high. And many people, they're losing their valuable life because of suicide. Suicide rate has increased drastically. Correct. So it starts just with depression. You'll be like, I have mood swings. I am suddenly you'll be like happy and suddenly you'll become sad. Right? And that is instability in moods is because of your magnesium. And when we're talking about ADHD, we cannot concentrate on anything. Your cognitive function is highly affected. Correct? And that is the reason is because of your magnesium deficiency. Yes, next slide. And here comes the real part which I wanted to talk, and the connection of diabetes with magnesium. Blood sugar regulation, the diabetes management or your blood sugar management, magnesium plays a very important role. And how does it is? It ensures the insulin loves your blood sugar. It will fight on the insulin resistance. It will say, hey bro, she's the one, your blood glucose is the one, you cannot leave them. Okay. Just gel well, have a happy family. So it will give the message to insulin that blood glucose is regulated to all the cells in the body. So once the blood glucose has been utilized by the body well for energy, automatically your blood sugar is in control. Now, for example, you imagine a sink in the kitchen, right? A sink in the kitchen. If there is something stuck, that is when the water doesn't get flowed, no? If there is something like waste or something gets stuck, the water doesn't flow from the pipe of the sink and it keeps coming out. That is when it is a problem. If the pipeline is clear, automatically the waste is going to go away and your kitchen functioning will be good. Same is here. Your blood glucose is getting accumulated in the body. You're getting overwhelmed, right? Now this glucose has to get channelized. It has to go to different rooms. You cannot just hold it just like that. Now to pass it on to different rooms, we need insulin. We have insulin, but the insulin is not gelling well with our glucose. So this magnesium plays a role of a mediator so that they both gel well and the glucose is being utilized. So this is the beautiful connection of how magnesium is helpful in regulation of blood glucose. Correct? And for your DNA and RNA, your basis is your DNA and RNA, right? Your growth, your cell growth, repair, replication, everything happens with this DNA only. You are unique, I am unique. Everybody is unique here because of this DNA and RNA. Yes or no? And if there is some malfunctioning here, your entire thing gets affected. So for your good, appropriate DNA and RNA synthesis also, magnesium is very helpful. Next slide. Now here comes the condition hypomagnesemia. That means if there is less level of magnesium in the body, if the level of magnesium is less than what is required, this particular condition, that is the magnesium deficiency, happens. And unfortunately, many of the individuals fall in this category because we don't consume generally in a dietary intake the food which are rich in magnesium, right? Next slide, Shusha. So when you are having magnesium levels low, these are the common symptoms. Now you can read them and you can evaluate if you have, it is like a checklist. You can go through the slide and see if you have any of the symptoms like muscle cramps or weakness, fatigue. You'll be like exhausted throughout. I'm like, oh God, I have no mood. Every day we are in Saturday, Sunday mood. We don't feel like doing anything, right? Your mood just changes like that. Anybody can pick up a fight with you easily, right? Irregular heartbeat, bone and health issues, migraine. Recently also in FV media, we have circulated how migraines and, headaches are associated with magnesium. Like if there is low magnesium levels, there is too much of signaling to the head and it causes a headache called migraine. Now, migraine is a headache wherein only one side of the head hurts. The rest of the part doesn't. A particular point in the head starts hurting so badly, you have vomiting, you have nausea, and that head pain, you can't even listen to the sound of a pin drop. Even if the pin drops, you'll be like, the sound is unbearable. I'm not able to take it. Migraine is a very serious problem. And the major reason, the underlying reason is magnesium deficiency, right? Blood sugar dysregulation. Yes, we have read, like if there is no magnesium, your blood glucose and insulin will not love. You'll have insulin thing, nausea and vomiting, and of course, high blood sugar. Yes, pressure, sorry. Next slide. So here comes a hero, super magnesium, right? Now, what is the beauty of this product? We have moringa extract in this. You would have heard of the term moringa. Moringa is a drumstick leaf extract, and it is a powerhouse of nutrients and vitamins. You name it and you will have it in moringa. So today's homework is, after the session, everybody go through what is moringa and how important is moringa, right? Please read through it. Take 2 minutes of time, not more than that. It won't even take the time of scrolling through the Instagram. Just go through moringa. It's a powerhouse for calcium. It is rich in iron. And whatever supplements, you must be thinking, why should I take only super magnesium? There's so many magnesium supplements available online. I'll go purchase it. You can definitely, but you will not have a unique combination wherein moringa is combined with magnesium citrate. And this magnesium citrate is the most bioavailable form of magnesium. There are different types of magnesium forms available. Not that all forms get absorbed into our body. This is unique and it gets absorbed into the body very easily, right? And moringa, that which is going to give you iron, calcium, B12, you name it, all the vitamins you'll get and minerals you're going to get from moringa. Yes, along with magnesium, double M is a wonderful combination. It's an awesome combination. And we are 108 members here. And I request you humbly that start of super magnesium. Your life will be like super good, right? There is no holiday for health, my dear friends. Health needs to be taken care every day. It is your priority. Shingsha cannot come to your house and say, please take super magnesium, please take super magnesium. No. You have to be responsible for your own health, right? First, you have to fill your cup. Fill in your cup and then you give it to your family. You shouldn't be like, I am a mother. Let me sacrifice. Let me give the last piece of the cake. Cake you give, but health, unless and until you are healthy, wealthy, and wise, you cannot give it to your kids or your family members, right? Only when you're healthy, you have that energy, you have that charm. You can see people who are sick or who are tired always, they don't have that charm. You don't feel like gelling with them. Instead, you see people who are healthy always. Now, if you have Sir Srijit or Captain or Sajeev sir, whoever is talking on, you'll be like, oh my God, let me listen for some more time. They have that aura because they are taking care of themselves first, right? It is not that Srijit sir says, go take super magnesium soup. He takes it first and then he tells you. That is the reason why he has that energy to inspire you all. Yes or no? So, you should be responsible for your own health. Nobody on this planet Earth can do it for you. You should take the responsibility. Only once you take it and you make your mind, that is when you can do good to the society and to your family members. So it is high time you take your decision, right? It's a high time you take. We spend so much of amount on recharging for data. Yes or no? Is that data doing some, of course, it is doing some good, but is it going to improve your health in any way? I don't think it is. Mostly that data is useful for wasting time only for your social media. Correct. But we just blindly go buy, fill it up. Oh my God, the recharge is getting over. I have to recharge. I have to recharge. Very important. But the gift which God has given you, right? He has blessed you with all the organs, and we are very blessed because there are many people, unfortunate people, who are not blessed like us. They have some or the other problem they are suffering with. So, my dear friends, my request is first practice gratitude. Thank God for whatever He has given you, and it is your responsibility to take care. God cannot come to your house and say, hey, bro, please take care, please take care. No, you have to take care of yourself, right? Yeah, and this you can take 1 to 2 capsules anytime a day, after food, before food, it is up to you. Yes, Shingsha, next slide. I think, yeah. So these are the sources of magnesium, right? And the image on to the left. But we are pretty sure that most of the food we don't consume it on daily basis, right? And the amount of magnesium you get from that is also very, very less. And you can see that it is mostly 71% of men and 82% of women are not getting enough magnesium from their diets. So all of us proudly said that we are deficient in magnesium. Yeah, next slide. So this is a YouTube link. You can watch through like how magnesium is helpful for our body. We can watch it later. So I would like to conclude that first thing is diabetes is a major burden on the country and in our family, on ourselves also. It is equally harmful as compared to your cardiovascular diseases. And I would like to say elevated blood sugar levels or imbalance in the blood sugar level is a sign that you're getting sick. And once you're sick in sickness, the recovery is there, but the repair won't be done that good, right? So prevention is always better than cure. Please watch what you eat, wake up early, watch what you eat, drink plenty of water, exercise, move around. Very important, very vital. Walk around, move around, be yourself fit. You should be physically fit and mentally fit. Practice meditation, yoga. Along with that, take regular health checkups. Check on you just cannot tell I have no blood sugar. How can you tell? You have no magic, no, wherein you can check in, like you have sent a WhatsApp message, double tick aaya hai, message chala gaya. Like that, there is no technology wherein you find out what is your blood all about, how, in what condition are you in. You do service of your AC, your bike, your car, your laptop, you keep changing your mobile phones, you keep upgrading softwares. My dear friends, the reason why you're existing is your human body, right? You're sitting here because of this body. Yes. So it is very, very important that we realize and we take care of ourselves, and we are the best reflection for our kids or for our family members. You just can't keep eating 1 kg gulab jamun and say, hey, no sweets. They are not going to listen to you. Practice what you preach. Yes. And most importantly, trust the products, trust the supplements. It's just not that, in the night we went to a supermarket, we bought a product and say, hey, this is a wonderful product, you take it. No, there's so much of research behind it. There is so much of people who have spent hours together, days together, months together to formulate a formulation so that it gives you the effective and very efficient solution. So trust the product, taste the product, tell about the product, and automatically you'll get so many testimonials. So my dear friends, this is all about super magnesium and diashield. So over to you, Shingsha, you can take the questions.
Yes, thanks a lot, ma'am. Indeed, that was a wonderful session. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, a huge round of digital applause. Let us fill in with reactions as showing to ma'am that indeed that was a great session and we have learned a lot. A lot of digital reactions that we are awaiting. And yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So, once again, thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful insights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, heading on to the most important part of this session. We have done our part in sharing. Now, it's also your turn to participate, maybe by testimonies or maybe by asking questions. This is another important part because out here we interact with each other and we help you solve it. So, ma'am, on to the first question. And ladies and gentlemen, drop in your questions, drop in your testimonies out there in the chat. We will go through each and every one of them as much as possible. The first question being, ma'am, doses of diashield and magnesium for adults per day after or before food. And can 12 years old ADHD child take magnesium? If yes, how many doses and when?
Diashield is before food. The number of diashield capsules absolutely depends upon their blood sugar levels. You need to check on their HbA1c. If they're highly diabetic, they can even go up to 3. It is 15 minutes before food. Magnesium, I would suggest you take it before bedtime because yes, magnesium also regulates good sleep, right? So before bed, magnesium is a wonderful option. You can take it along with white tea also. ADHD kid magnesium, super magnesium is good. Yes, 12 years can take 1 capsule per day after food is ideal.
Yes, indeed. Proceeding to the next question, that is, please explain the ingredients of diashield again.
The diashield we have, it is a combination of herbs and vitamin E along with chromium and biotin. The main is gurmar. We have an sugar killer, then we have karela, then we have fenugreek, we have cinnamon.
Yes, on to the next question, ma'am. Can a diabetic patient taking medicines from doctor take diashield and magnesium?
Yeah, if you're initially diabetic and you're on medication, my suggestion is don't stop the medications immediately because your body is fine tuned to it, right? So don't stop it immediately. they can go with the medication along with that start off on Diashield. Take your blood sugar levels. Before starting it also, you take blood sugar levels, the HbA1c or the blood sugar level report, then take the medicine, and then slowly you can stop your medications what doctors recommend you. Next
Ma'am,
question.
can we suggest magnesium for a low BP patient?
Super magnesium anybody can take. It will not affect on the BP.
Yes. Next question. Age limit for super magnesium.
Yeah, 12 years and above can consume super magnesium.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any other questions, do drop down and any testimonies. In the meantime, for some of you, if you have any testimonies, do raise your hand. But then with raising hand, we may not be able to give everyone a chance because we know how great this product is. Now, on to the next question, ma'am. What is the supplement for 12 years old for growth and height?
We have a very good product called Esmero Junior. Probably that product we will discuss on a separate day. We'll have a talk on that.
Yes, next question. What supplements will be good for varicose veins patient?
Varicose veins patient, you can go with curcumin latte or C98. Either of it is good.
Next question, ma'am. What is the best product for acne and scars?
Acne, you can go with turmeric face wash. We have a wonderful product, and consume white tea.
Yes.
Also,
yes.
also a point here I would like to add, which I missed it. See, people who are heavily diabetic, they can start off their day with white tea, organic white tea. Along with the breakfast, they can have curcumin latte. Curcumin latte, as such, also has got a very good, power of managing the blood sugar levels. As curcumin has the property of being anti-diabetic, right? So they can have curcumin latte in their along with their breakfast, and then they take Diashield before their lunch and end their day with super magnesium. This would be their routine. Yeah.
Yes, next question. For high BP, is taking only magnesium enough?
Yes, if you're having high BP, you can go with super magnesium and C98. It's a good combination.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, more questions drop down in the comments. And in the meantime, since no one is raising up the hands for testimony or dropping their testimony, I would like to give a couple of it, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about, first of all, Diashield. I have had my uncle, that was when I returned from Dubai, basically 2 years back in the month of November. I met him at the market. He was really skinny, and he was saying that I'm having high diabetic. I cannot eat whatever I want. I cannot roam however I want, and I'm pretty tired. Then I just engaged in a conversation, and I suggested him, Uncle, we have an amazing product. It's called Diashield. Why don't you go for it? He asked me, I'm already taking drugs from the doctor. Can I really consume this? Well, I assured, because I attend Ma'am Shishita's Know Your Product session. So I know each and every questions that he was going to ask. I was well prepared. It was like, having prepared with armor and gear, like how military does. I was well prepared. I answered him, yes, uncle, why not? If not, I'm going to return you your money. Well, I suggested him to take for 3 months. And I told him that, uncle, if you don't get the result within 2.5 months, I'm going to give you full refund. The surprising thing is, just within 1 month, I visited him back. The thing was in the middle, for 2 weeks, we lost contact. He went home. There was some function in the village. It was Christmas time. We lost contact. His action got over. I couldn't contact him for repurchase. But then met him just after that. It would be approximately 1 month and 2 weeks. And ladies and gentlemen, his diabetes, that is sugar level, it decreased a lot. And that was a changing testimony, because he said, I'm feeling a bit energetic. I feel like I can see better. And even his wife was saying, your uncle has changed. What did you do? Are you really God sent? I said, Auntie, I'm not God sent. I'm just sent from our organization, from Tycoons Global. And it is powered by Magnesium at that time. And ladies and gentlemen, right now we are powered by Futureverse, which is a combination of Magnesium, Virus, and again, the powerful Futureverse management all in one combo. So if during Magnesium days, if that was the testimony, just imagine what would be the effect in now Futureverse Global. Ma'am, on to the next question. That is, how does white tea help in managing diabetes?
How was white tea? Yes. white tea has got very good antioxidant power. And in diabetes, what happens is there is a lot of oxidative damage that happens. So white tea will help in fighting the side effects or complications of diabetes.
Yes. Next question, ma'am. What is the product we...
Your voice is breaking, Shinshin.
Yes. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, now audible. Tell me.
Yes. What is the product we can suggest for high urea patients?
High urea is like they have to first thing they have to do is they have to cut down on the meat consumption if they are consuming meat. Yes, and they can consume white tea and yeah.
Yes. On to the next question, ma'am. Two of my clients had NAP 8. Inflammation occurred, frequent urination. Is it anything to do with the product?
Napate has got only melatonin, and according to the research and the study, and according to my experience, Napate will just put you to sleep. That's all. Apart from that, there is no side effect of taking Napate.
Yes. Next question, ma'am. Can you suggest which supplements have lutein?
Lutein is foresight. We have lutein and zeaxanthin in it. Definitely, shortly we'll have a session on the product training. We'll probably the next week make a plan on it.
Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, any other questions right now? It's 9:56, so we can still take questions. So if you have any other questions, please drop down. Any testimonies, you may also raise up your hand. Now, on to that. That was my first testimony with Dashiell. There are many others, but then I would like to highlight one more important testimony. Well, this was quite recent. I think it was just a matter of 2.5 months back. I'm not exactly sure with the date. So I was out in my hometown, and it is quite a remote place. Now the thing is, these people, they call me as the Chota doctor because I'm small in size. I'm not that big, and I don't know, for some reason they call me the Chota doctor because whenever they come in, like pour me in with questions, I'm out there to answer. And then I tell them, see, I'm backed up by a powerful dietitian. I'm backed up by a powerful nutritionist. And at the same time, we have many nurses in and around working with us. So we have these seminars. And talking about the nurses, sometimes I take the name of Miss Rhoda Kapani. So right now she's Mrs. Rhoda Kapani. That time she was I used to mention Miss. That habit is still there. So I do mention that we have all this thing. And then I also end up mentioning Dr. Nangbadhar, from Meghalaya, a powerful leader. So they call me the Chota doctor. They say, you're the doctor with no doctor's degree, no MBBS certificate. And in that way, they happen to suggest to me one old man. He happens to be my far relative, my uncle. I went and visited him. And he said, Uncle, I can neither see nor walk properly. I'm having high blood sugar since the past 3 to 4 years at least. And before that, he had gone through some paralysis. So he was asking me, Uncle, what to do. Well, I went to his home. I saw that he was taking a load of drugs. And when I say a load of drugs, it was just like how we will be consuming our day-to-day vegetables. That was how he was consuming drugs. And then he had some supplements. So I was pretty confused at the same time because I know our products will not do any side effects, but I was pretty confused how to tell him. I quickly reached out to Shushita ma'am. I told him, Uncle, don't worry. I'm here to help you. We have a powerful dietitian behind us working, and every now and then we can communicate with her. I quickly texted up Shushita ma'am. I took down all his reports, and I don't know, the way how he was saying, he said that the way how I ended up asking questions was exactly just like a doctor. And he said even much better than a doctor because, we were being friendly. Now, the question that I end up asking was actually the symptoms that we used to learn in this product session. So I ended up asking those questions. And then I went up to Shushita ma'am. Ma'am suggested, why don't you go with Dashiell and white tea? The basic products as of now. Let us just start. Suggested him. He didn't buy the very first month. He was doubting. He thought I'm another fraudster. Because the way how I was doing things, he thought maybe. He has a lot of supplements, like I said. After about a month, when I reached out back to him again and again, he said, wow, Uncle, whatever you have been saying is indeed truth. And what is the truth, ladies and gentlemen? All the knowledge we learn from this very own Know Your Products with Shushita every Monday, 9 p.m. Ended up asking him more questions.